You know, that's another thing that's not used in
The
the
media.
the media.
Media,
Our
sure.
newspaper
But-
is free. You know, I get that quicker than I do the New Times.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Mhm.
I don't blame you. But see, even with us, we need to start controlling our own messages and all.
That's right.
Because media have a tendency to filter what we put out there.
Yeah.
That's why Desert Soul Media
That's
is ready
right.
to get it in.
Yeah.
And we
Because,
need to
yeah.
we start doing that.
Because see, we're a separate entity. You
Yeah.
have Radio Phoenix, and then now you have the social media. We're our own incorporated radio station. We are looking
We
for
are a
a
media
building.
company.
Yeah,
we work
we are
alongside
looking for a
with
building.
Desert Soul Radio.
Yeah, we're trying to get downtown. Yeah, see,
So,
we're
I
different.
was at this event yesterday. Well, not this event. I picked this up at an event yesterday where there was a group of people who put on a fundraiser and a GoFundMe campaign for a sister that fell ill.
Stephanie, we know her. That's my
Yeah,
good friend.
so I was over at the event.
We
That's
do
my
the same
good
thing.
friend.
Yeah, and I went there and I told some stories. I
That's
played
my
some
good
drums
friend.
and
See,
hung
so
out,
you know how to talk about
climbed
this.
around, and
Yo,
it was a good
I didn't know
event.
about that, but I
No,
know
yeah, this
Stephanie
lady was
well.
at the event.
Oh, okay.
And so we just saw her there, and I bought a couple of trinkets myself, some little
Yeah, that's
cologne.
my good friend.
She
She's
got to
home
pay for
now.
house bill, her notes and
Yeah.
stuff while she's in hospital. She
Okay.
If you guys know the information to her GoFundMe link.
Now,
we
did
can-
I say
we can
that you're on
announce
a
that
health
too.
show next week?
Mhm.
Did I say we have a health show? We
Okay,
didn't.
stand by.
Okay, we didn't. I like my health show
Stand by, please. We'll be live in about
from the
30 seconds or so.
Okay. Are we taping health or are we going live for health?
You'll have to ask me that question later.
Okay. So if we tape, it'll be next Sunday. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Let's see what I got over there. Otherwise, let's see my dress.
I mean, you can stand up and do the show.
She want to stand and do the show.
Hey. Now since I got
All right,
that
stand
link,
by.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Soul Star Live in the basement.
I
Radio
know that's
Phoenix
right.
and Center for the Arts, downtown Phoenix.
yes, indeed.
We're so excited to be here today
I
in
know
the studio with wonderful Diva Didi.
Yes,
She's just going to
indeed.
chime in. She's going to keep
What
it
can
going.
I say?
We got to knock it out here. And we have two very special
Yes,
guests here
indeed.
from the
For the economic business,
yes,
you
and
know,
we want to introduce our guests.
Black
Yes,
Wall
we
Street.
do. Yeah, Black Wall Street, yes.
Yes.
Rochelle
Yes,
Chandler
indeed.
in the house.
Hi
and
guys,
Karen Eno.
DVD in the house.
Welcome
I know I
to
must
the
be
show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
That's how you do it. You welcome them.
You know, it's always an honor
Yes,
when
here.
people are asking us to come out and express our concerns and our desires and our willingness to be a part of any community event that's very positive and uplifting the community. I want to say thank you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So we hear that you have a lot of history in Phoenix, and we are going to jump into that later on in our show. I'm excited to hear about it. And we have a wonderful list of events and news that we're going to get to. But first, can you tell us a little bit about Black Wall Street, the historical Black Wall Street, and maybe bring us up to Black Wall Street here in Phoenix?
Yeah, I'll start. As many people might know, that Black Wall Street was a mecca of black enterprises, where we own our own airports, we own our own banks, we own our own cleaner companies, we own our real estate companies. We owned it all, and it happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There were many Black Wall Streets across this nation, but the one that most people have heard about was the one in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma, we had black artists, we had black entertainers, we had just about anything that
Black
made
hospitals.
a major city
Yeah.
to be a city. So it was a city within a city,
Yeah.
a state within a state. And what happened with that was in the 20s, because it was so affluent, so popular, and so well created and structured, that there was a lot of jealousy among other ethnic groups. And those ethnic groups came out and through some lies and through some misunderstandings, there was what I call a war. It wasn't a disturbance, it was a war. They actually declared war on Tulsa, Oklahoma's they call it Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And it was known as Little Africa, okay?
Wow.
But it was Black Wall Street. and they came in and they killed about 600 to 1,000 black people. They burnt down the entire city. And matter of fact, the city was the main street was called on the street was called Gap, and that's thus the Gap Band. The rhythm and blues
Oh, wow.
Gap is named after the street that the Gap was the centralized of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Okay, so after that had destroyed the city and killed all the people, we as a people never kind of recovered from that.
Yeah.
We kind of started falling to the attitude where, well, maybe we shouldn't do this because maybe the white folk will start uprising again and kill us, and we don't want to die. We have a tendency as black folk to try to acquiesce or try to live up to somebody else's standards instead of creating our own value and knowing our own worth. And that's what's happening with the Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the results of that came about.
Can you give us a little more detail about the incident with how this particular young man and the police and how this group of vigilantes wanted to initiate this contact and you know what they did back then?
Yeah, you call it vigilante, I call them murderers.
Yes.
For the simple reason, there was a white woman said a black man had raped her, which was a lie because she was having an affair with the man's friend, and she got pregnant by the man's friend, and so she said it was a black man doing it. You know,
this is some juicy detail.
Yeah.
So they went over to try to arrest the young man. The young man said he wasn't going nowhere, and they put up a little struggle. And as one thing led to another, the white folk came out and said, "We're gonna get these black with the N word, big N word, you know, and show them that they're not who they think they are." Because at that time, a lot of the whites had borrowed monies from the black banks.
Yes.
Okay, they came to us to make, and we set this. We had the deeds to their homes. We had the deeds to their land.
Yeah.
We had the deeds. Even their schools were being funded by black money, black dollars. And so with all that, it just inflamed them. And then they started thinking about, well, why are we going to these black folk for what we need in our community when we can do it ourselves? And they should be this, and they should. So then they started to get, it was more than just a woman who thought they was raped. They were jealous and envious, and that took a lot of it. And they came over, they actually bombed.
Yes.
They actually dropped bombs from the planes
Yeah.
on the airport that black folk owned.
Let's back up a little bit. Right before the bombs, there was about 2 or 3 days of straight fire.
Firearms, they were shooting, rioting,
Dragging people out their house.
assassination, burning up people, shooting people,
And
running.
we wasn't just sitting around.
Oh no, we were
was
fighting back too.
back.
We were fighting back.
So this was not just like they came in and we were all afraid. We had our own policemen.
That's
We had
why
our
it was a
own
war. I said it was a
military
war.
men.
It was
Yes.
a war.
Man,
Okay?
so
It was a war
sad.
on black prosperity, first of all. Then the second was a war on black education and black doing for themselves. So when you got black people trying to do for themselves, there's going to always be a war. And now, I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump off, but now there's a war internally where we got blacks fighting blacks just because some blacks are advancing faster than other blacks.
Yeah.
So that philosophy of the whites against blacks now is carried on to black against blacks.
Yeah.
So that's something else we got to
That's
look at.
deep. I would
That's
like to
spiritual.
ponder into your head
It's
about
very
that.
spiritual.
We might have to get real deep on that
Yes,
situation.
no, yeah, we gotta go back to
Figure out.
the roots, our spiritual
Right.
roots,
We do.
golden rules.
Sister Rochelle.
Yes.
So, can you tell us your role in Black Wall Street here in Phoenix and give us some information about the Diaspora Day coming up as well?
Yes, most definitely. Well, my name is Rochelle Keller. I'm the founder of the Black Wall Street Arizona here. I'm the one that brought it here to Arizona. I called Perry Elam out to help get that started because it's been a little rough. There's
Yeah.
been a lot of opposition.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no
not really
doubt.
popular among certain segments of the community, so it's been a struggle. So what we're
What
doing
segments?
okay now.
What are you, not black folk,
Yes, ma'am.
are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, it would have to be like
Yeah,
that.
that's where the most problems
Yeah.
come from, actually.
Okay, okay.
It's
But
not
that's
really.
okay.
It's not really they come from us. It's just we are the face of the problems right now
Yeah.
that stem from the nation that
Exactly.
is what it is.
Where we are, right?
So when I see it, I have to look past that melanin and go, okay,
And
we
understand
gotta,
where it's coming
yeah,
from.
yeah, we got to turn that light on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
founder, when was it founded? When did you start this
Founded
thing
in
up?
January 2015.
Wow, so
okay.
that's 2 years old.
2 years old,
Nice, and doing it big here.
doing our best.
You have
Okay.
how many members?
We haven't really been taking memberships. We just started taking memberships
Okay.
this last month because we've been organizing and getting some things together. So now we're set up for that. So we don't have a
Okay.
large membership, although we do have a large following.
Okay,
We've got about 2,500 people that follow us, but they're
Wow.
not actual members yet.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. And so, what are the goals for Black Wall Street in Phoenix?
Our goals are to set up businesses and be able to hire our own people, teach our people, and educate our people on the importance of group economics, circulating our own dollars, supporting one another in everything, building up the family, building up a community where we actually behave like a community,
Oh, yeah.
take care of one another, love one another, treat one another right.
So where do we start? How do we start?
That's a,
Wow, that's $1 million question.
yeah,
but-
that's a real.
But let me.
Do we have time for that? Like-
Yes, we do, because we have to start.
First of all-
We talk
first of all-
about it all
first-
the time, but we gotta start.
First of all, we start by just basically identifying each other.
Mhm.
Communication is the first thing.
Okay,
You know, we
give me
have
your
people-
website.
We have people that think they know and they don't know.
Mhm.
We have people out in this community that listen to everybody else instead of coming to the source.
That's right.
It's time that we stop, going up to A to C to find out what A is doing and come to A.
Yeah.
Our main thing is this. We have a tendency to talk about a lot of mess and stuff that's unnecessary, but we should be talking about building, creating. We have a mindset right now that we're trying in Black Wall Street, Arizona, we're trying to change that mindset. We're trying to even in our education system, we teach kids what to think and not how to think.
Mhm.
We start teaching people how to think, the whole dynamics will change. Once we get past to this ego thing, because we're having a major conference coming up, where I told people right now, this major conference, I want you to leave titles and egos at the door.
Uh-huh.
We get so hung up on titles and we get so hung up on egos that we lose sight of the goal and what is our main purpose, okay? At Black Wall Street, Arizona, if Michelle don't mind, our primary purpose, first of all, is to change the mindset. That means to establish a philosophy. There's a fairy tale that my grandmother told me. I can't tell you how it started. I can't tell you how it ended. I don't even know why Alice went down the rabbit hole with the rabbit. I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay, with Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The only thing that stood out to me was she went to the Chester Cat and she asked the cat, "What road do I take?" And the cat said, "Well, where do you want to go?" She said, "I don't know." Then he told her, "Hell, it don't matter what road you take without a plan." We're the only ethnic group in this country that never sat down and put a definitive national agenda. We don't have an agenda together for our communities. Where do our communities go in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? What do we do to build our communities? What is needed? Economic, everybody talking about economic process. What does that mean? First of all, you got to define what you're talking about. If nobody gives you the definition I'm talking about, how can I communicate with you? I go in this room right now and ask you all, what does the definition of business mean to you? I'll get 5 different answers. So how do we effectively communicate? First of all, we got to agree upon a foundation. We got to agree upon what we are talking about and connect those dots. When I travel around this country, I speak a lot. I may speak a lot here. I speak all over this country. And one of the things I found out was we don't talk enough to each other. We don't sit down and break bread to each other. The other ethnic groups that I deal with, they go to a room, they call each other a bunch of names, but when they open that door, they got a unified front.
Yes.
We don't have a unified front. That's the first philosophy of Black Wall Street. Trying to unify, set people down, and speak to each other.
What about the idea though that, and I hear what you're saying, the whole part where we are not necessarily communicating with each other, but there have been written plans for nationalism. I mean, Kwame Ture has written books. I mean, there's been enough information out about how we get our national allegiance and our support together. And me as an educator, I teach math and science to 7th graders. I find that when we have these discussions about Black people and our unity or our disunity, whatever the view you may see it as, it's the information that we don't lack. So we have not all read Carter G. Woodson Smith's Education. We have not all read Black Power Economics from Kwame Ture. We have not all read, my autobiography of Malcolm X. We have not all. I mean, so beyond like what we can do as far as like, hey, we need to get together. Where's the opportunity for us to sit and say, here's the list of books, criteria that you can read, and then when you're done digesting that, here's a place that we can go in and ask questions so that we can know where everybody is.
Let me give you the basic philosophy of Black Wall Street. I hope this will answer your question. I go by a basic philosophy, first of all, that my father taught me when I was 7 years old. And I'm going to be honest with you. I thought my father was expired medications because I didn't understand what he was talking about. Okay. But the philosophy he told me at that young age stuck with me for all my life. And the first thing he said, son, if you ever want to be successful in anything in life, you must first learn to move yourself out of your own way. Too many times we
Wow.
stand in our own way, we trip over ourselves. The second thing is to answer your question, it's not so much what do you read, it's first of all, set your own worth. What is your value? What is your skill set? We have a tendency to shortchange or depend on somebody else to validate us, who we are, what we are, and why we are. Then we want to emulate everyone else's value or their customs. Black folk have a history in this country, in this world. We communicate, first of all, through our dress, how we dress. If you understand that concept, I spoke to a bunch of kids one year, and they said, Mr. Elam, why do black folk wear all these loud colors? I said, because colors denote language. If you understand that language, first of all, in Africa, the motherland, when they have a wedding, there's a certain color. Even in the United States, there's a wedding, you wear certain colors. If there's a funeral, you wear certain colors. So colors denote a language. And once you understand that, then you can sit down and break bread. We don't break bread and talk to each other enough. We have a tendency to establish establishments where our busiest communication centers are churches.
Yes, that's very true.
Okay?
Very true.
And I think it's because
Churches and restaurants.
it's one of the places where we were able to express ourselves without any some sort of any restraint. But I would like to see like where we start with unity at as a group, as a nation within a nation, is with language, because we still speak the King's English.
Yes.
Our verbs and our vowels, our nouns, are still enslaved. we have not been emancipated because we do speak English. We have not gathered another language. I got to read every book that we're talking about, what we're building off, and even defining words like business. I have to use English to do it, and because of that, we still will need emancipation.
Let me give you an example of that. I'm 65 years old, okay? I come from an era where we were not supposed to speak with older people. We were seen and not heard.
Right.
We were seen and heard, okay? And one of the things I want to say is that I'm a firm believer in Ebonics, first of all.
Oh yeah, I met the
Okay.
brother who
I'm a
created
firm
it.
believer in
Yeah,
Ebonics.
that's cool.
Okay,
It's
the reason
good.
why Ebonics is this way, Ebonics to me is not about teaching kids bad language. It's about economics to me.
Yes.
Okay. In the classroom, Ebonics, ESL, if they have a second language, the classroom is no more than 15 students
Mhm.
per teacher. They have to have an aide. So there's money to be filtered. If they had only 15 students for every teacher in our community, how well will our kids become educated? The second thing is this: Black Wall Street has a connector now. We're all over the state. We're in Tucson. We're in Flagstaff. We're all over the state. We're putting together a statewide a connecting system. It may not be bricks and mortars, but there's going to be a system now that Black Wall Street can also tap into those other communities and bring everybody together. That's the communication piece that Black Wall Street has. It's a lot of communication pieces there.
That's all right. That's all right. Support for Radio Phoenix programming comes in part by MyClickUrban.com. MyClickUrban offers an event listing service for the public and event promoters in select U.S. cities, including Phoenix, Atlanta, New York, and Los Angeles. For more information, including listings of concerts, conventions, cultural and family events, available via the smartphone app or online at MyClickUrban.com. This is Soul Star Live. We will take a short little break, and we will be right back with Sister Rochelle, my man, Brother Perry. I was going to say Mr. Elam, because I usually try to be real nice, but I know you still here, too. You ain't Diva Doobie's in the house. Soul Star
Hey,
Live.
Milwaukee, how y'all doing?
Okay, so
Okay,
2-minute break.
Yeah, so next
That was
part
it?
you're gonna talk
That was
about.
good.
Oh, that was great.
Okay,
Don't worry, you're gonna see
Yeah,
it.
that was good.
You're gonna talk
So we can
about
get some more.
it.
You can get some more
I know.
about your.
Sorry, no, I missed the
No,
cue.
Because he
this
wasn't
is the
looking,
next
that's what I was
segment.
like.
This is the next
Well,
segment.
no, I looked at it and I was like, oh, we're supposed to be in a break.
No, that's what I thought. I'm waiting for you.
I saw when you was going out. I was like, maybe I should
Okay.
come and do it. But
The economic.
we got into. We got
Okay,
involved.
Okay, so that's the next part you're
Okay.
talking about. And then make sure, the last part, you talk about your events and everything. They're talking next about the ethnic centers. Okay,
Okay.
remember we talked about that.
When are you going to talk about the
This
diaspora
was the
day?
last, that was the last
On the
part.
on the last
Yeah, that's
the last
segment.
segment, we're gonna do all the announcements
Okay,
of the
right.
days and make a little
Yeah, because
calendar.
I'm
of
glad
it.
you brought this. I got this too.
Oh, it's the same thing on both sides?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just so
Yeah.
we know. Hold it
Okay,
up.
yeah, we did hold it up. Yeah, we did. Okay, put this one up too, because this is coming up.
That's important.
She's
Yeah.
gonna be on next week.
Yeah, she's gonna be on next week on whose show?
She's gonna be here next week.
That's
Okay.
Doc, right?
Yeah,
Renee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renee.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
the
that's-
docs. It's Dr.
Yeah.
Vic.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it up on the thing so they can
Oh,
see it.
that's right.
Yeah, for Jazz Week, because I'll be there.
Wonderful.
We should have a booth there too.
We got to figure out a way to get these into the little
Little cards.
PDF card
Yeah.
thingies,
Yeah.
and then I should be able to just like click
If I
or
get them
something.
before
We gotta
today, I
scan
might
them
be able
in,
to
yeah.
scan them, you know.
Yeah.
If I get them
We'll
before.
have to figure that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're supposed to be scanning another stuff.
I'm over here captivated by his voice.
I know that's how he does all the time.
I know.
I know.
It's
Oh,
funny,
that's
like-
a radio voice
Like
for
when
real.
you first came on the station, I would like get tackled almost by all the female volunteers. Who is that?
I'm telling you, I'm like, he has a
Yeah,
nice
he does.
voice.
You
I'm
see
like-
his show. He got
His
a
voice
show.
all right.
He's like that. He's like that 7-Up guy.
Yeah, I ain't
Oh,
doing
okay, 7-Up.
He's like that 7-Up guy.
Oh
Who's
yeah, I know you're
Like
talking.
7 up yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
I was
yeah.
like, he had a radio voice.
Yeah, he does.
All right,
does.
stand by.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have a short segment, so it'll be in and out. So about 4
Oh,
minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, so 3 minutes. y'all
Well,
got-
about 4 minutes. Y'all have
Okay,
about
to talk about the economic centers.
4 minutes.
Okay.
All
3
right,
minutes,
stand by.
30 seconds.
Stand by.
I'm back here with Diva D.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
this is
Diva.
Diva
The
D.
show
I
is
know,
called
this is-
Soul Star Live.
I know, that's
She's
why
back.
Diva D is
Soul
back.
Star Live.
The Soul Star Live here. Okay, we're talking about the Black Wall Street, and we need, because we're here in Phoenix, Arizona, we do not have any type of, you might say, main culture center for African Americans here, like you have in other cities. Like in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we got Fond du Lac Avenue. Everybody black, every black business is centered around that neighborhood. We know we could go. Now here is usually 16th Street and Southern. Mainly it's Roots over there and everything else. So talk to us about this in ethnic economic center.
There's a thing across the country, and it's called the ethnic economic centers. And most people don't understand what that means. They don't just kind of get the flavor. We've all experienced ethnic economic centers. Just think about it. How many Chinatowns in this country? How many little Italy's in this country? How many Jewish communities in this country?
A lot.
A lot.
Every
Because I
city,
didn't really.
every city has
So
one.
who do they hire?
Yeah.
Who do they fire? What businesses are in those centers? So they have a center where you can come to, they buy the history. They sell the history, they create jobs. The dollar circulates in those communities something like 40 to 50 times before they even think about leaving the community. I said think. Sometimes it's higher than that.
So it's not just the major cities like New York,
Oh,
Chicago.
no.
No,
In Chicago, I
every
know
city.
this one because I'm from Chicago.
Yeah,
In New York, I know
Milwaukee
this
has
one because it's
one.
on TV.
That's right.
LA has one because I know it's on
Yes.
TV.
Yeah,
But
Every
there's-
city has it.
every
city's
city.
got like a
Every-
Chinatown.
in
Wow.
Chinatown.
When I was here in Arizona, I'm a native Phoenician.
And I'm Milwaukee.
And when I was here, when I had a Kibalan, it was a company I created called
Right, great.
Kibalan
It's a
Economic
great group.
Development Systems
That's a
Incorporated.
great group.
Uh-huh.
Keep it line, yeah.
Okay. There was a group of reporters came to me, and every time you came to me, I always use it as an educational experience. They come to me and said, "It's a Kibalan just for blacks." And I said, "Oh, hold it, time out. When I'm in business, it's not just a black or white thing. I'm in business to make money. First of all, economics. If my name was Garcia and I had a market, would you ask me is it just for Hispanics?
Yeah.
If my last name was Wong and I had a restaurant, would you ask me is it just for Asians?
Yeah.
So I'm offended that you come to me as a black man and ask me is my business just for black folk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a businessman, first of all. So every chance I get, I use it as an educational moment to educate people about blackness, Afrocentric, and now I am a businessman because I don't believe in the word small in business. There's only one word in business. The same rules apply to the big boys as does to me as a small business owner.
Yeah.
And if I don't understand that, I'm lost as a business person. I want to create generational wealth. And when I talk about generational wealth, I want to pass businesses on from my family, my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids, etc. That's my legacy. So when I talk about building businesses and Black Wall Street building businesses, our concept is generational wealth building first. We want to develop our own ethnic economic centers. Broadway. Remember that song called Funky Broadway?
Oh, yeah.
It came from Phoenix, Arizona. It started on 24th Street and Broadway, between
Oh,
24th Street
okay.
and 40th Street in South
Are you
Phoenix.
serious?
I am serious. Dyke and the
that's
Blazers.
Funky Broadway.
He was from
Oh,
Buffalo, New York, moved to Phoenix, Arizona, started Funky Broadway.
Wow.
Okay?
We're going to have to do a
Broadway is
music
funky.
show with you real
I know
soon.
that's right.
Up there,
Mhm.
because that's two musical references.
Yes,
We might have to call you back.
And now, as a grandparent and great-grandparent, I'm very concerned about this generational wealth. That's why I'm trying, I didn't say trying, but I am starting my business. Okay, but still, we just have those models.
Let me tell you about
So where do we go to get this information? I go to the library, they have the free classes up there for businesses with SCORE and all the rest of them. I can't find anything like that with
You
black
come to
people.
Black Wall Street, Arizona.
Let me explain to you some of those places. And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm sorry, guys. Some of those, it's like, I don't understand the concept. If I'm married, don't get me wrong. I believe in
We're all
priests. I believe
married.
if
Yeah.
I'm married and I have marital problems, why would I go to a priest if somebody's never been married? So if I'm
Right,
starting a
that's
business,
correct.
how can I go to somebody to help me with a business that's got a job?
Yeah.
That don't have the understanding what it takes to
Okay.
go out and hustle the next contract, to
Very
go out and meet payroll, to go out and do those things. That's the
Yes.
first thing I'm gonna ask myself. Why would I go here when these people got jobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second thing I'm gonna ask myself is how effective are they? How effective are they understanding my culture, my needs, my concepts? What is out there? How about the laws of the land? See,
Yes.
there's a thing in business called luck. Luck is where opportunity and preparation meet.
Oh, yeah.
And black folk,
Yeah.
I do a thing called COP. Sometimes you got to create your own opportunity to be what you're
Yes,
prepared
of
for.
course.
Okay, because our concepts, our thinking, and our divisions within our community makes us a little bit more lack of understanding of how to get from point A to point B.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's great. I think, in this next segment, I definitely want to talk a little bit more about this generational wealth.
Yes.
And I want
Yes.
to ask you about those people who want to start their
Yes.
business up and then they want to sell it because, that might work for some black folks.
Mhm.
But this is Soul Star Live. We're going to take a
Wow.
break real quick and we'll be right back.
This is the version you were talking about, right?
You going to listen to
Is this the version you were talking about? Funky Broadway?
That's Funky Broadway.
Okay.
That's it. Back to the Blazers.
Yes.
It was on 24th
24th Street and Broadway.
24th Street Broadway was having a bunch of juke joints out there.
Oh, that's all that was up on
That's always on
Broadway.
Broadway.
I know. That's the only place black folks
Black
was
folk,
party.
and then it's moved to
Starting on
Buckeye Road.
16th Street and Broadway.
That's the executive producer.
Okay.
Found that Funky Broadway.
Funky Broadway. That's it.
Mhm.
Might have to throw some Gap Band on
Yeah.
there. Just to let you know.
Mhm.
The
There
Gap
you go.
Band, baby. It's all good. So you got some musical legacy. in
Oh,
there.
yes.
We
Yes.
might have to pull you in for
What's
a
your
musical
name?
show.
We're on the house show next
So
week.
we can figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Okay, you
What's
hear
your-
me?
How do you spell it?
They're on the health show next week.
Next week we're gonna
No, the health show, not our show.
You know,
And where are you calling
They're gonna be
from?
on the health show.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else who came through Arizona. You guys don't know about.
No, what city are you calling from?
Ooh,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's
China.
Everyone.
why are you quiet all the time?
We're
Oh,
trying to
got
find out
quiet.
who on the phone.
Oh no, because DVD stopped talking. She was
No.
being no.
Okay. No.
So you have Eric from Tucson that wants to ask.
Oh,
Cool.
Eric from
I thought
Tucson.
this wasn't a college.
But they did,
Yeah,
but they
The
got
numbers
live.
on the website.
But I'm gonna tell you. Oh, it's time to go back.
Okay.
It's time to go back on.
In about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
The OJs was named after a guy named Eddie OJ. Used to be at KCAC here in Phoenix.
Oh,
The
yeah.
OJs
Okay.
used to be 5 members. I don't know if y'all know that.
No.
And two of the members are still on Buckeye Road.
Wait, the
They're drug
OJs.
addicts.
Really?
The Five Heartbeats. That's the movie, right? The
The 500 came after the deal.
No, I thought
Oh,
Five
the
Happy
Dales.
was
Okay.
somebody else.
See, I knew you would know if I was wrong.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some musical talk.
Uh-huh.
Eric, Tucson.
Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a question for us.
All right, stand by. Oh,
Hello, hello.
I keep forgetting to
Mhm.
mute it without monitoring.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Terry, take too long to get to the point.
It's a great intro.
No, this is a Terry Tobin song. She takes too long to get to the point.
Okay.
Okay, stand by.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We're back.
Welcome back. That's Terry Tobin with Dunn.
Yes.
It's a local Phoenix artist and with
Oh,
a wonderful
cool.
voice there. That's
Yes,
what's up,
that's
Terry
great.
Tobin. So we have for the first time, since we've been doing this, that we got ourselves a caller here. We have Eric from Tucson here. He has a question for us here, probably pertaining to our conversation about black
Black
economics
Wall
and whatnot. Eric, welcome to Soul Star Live.
Hi, Eric. You there, Eric? Oh, we're never better. Oh, wow. You have a Black Wall Street in Africa?
Thank you for your call. Yeah, let's,
Yes.
Mr. Perry.
Yeah, Eric, hi, and welcome, and thank you for listening. First of all, there's a national organization called Black Wall Street USA. Black Wall Street USA has developed a national and international presence, quote unquote presence, across the globe. We were, and my understanding was, we were a part of Black Wall Street USA, but there were some internal differences that we decided that it was not a perfect fit for us. Now, I cannot speak on anyone else, and I refuse to speak on anyone else. And you want to get the understanding, I'd say you always go to the source, because I will be just perpetuating a mess, and I would not do that to that. But I would say this: we felt that we can do a better job locally with locally owned, controlled, and operated businesses here locally. And we're inviting anyone who wants to join us to please join us. We're looking for skill sets. We're looking for mindsets. We're looking for everybody of the Mellon diaspora type of individuals to come and join us and bring in their skill sets. We're open to any and all possibilities, ideas, suggestions, and we're the type that if some people, like I say, some people just don't need to be in business. I have a few friends that ask me to help them with their business. I told them to stay keep that government job, keep that GS behind your name, become a greeter at Walmart when you retire. So business is not for you, okay? And I'm a very upfront person. Our objectives in Black Wall Street is to bring those businesses and build them the right way. Let me explain to you. Let me take a few minutes to kind of explain our concept of what we think businesses are like. We classify businesses in 4 categories: as dolphins, whales, octopus or octopi, depending on what side of the street you're from, are sharks.
Okay.
And let me tell you the difference. People come to us all the time and say, Perry, Rochelle, help us go in business. They have jobs. Those people, how are you trained? You train a dolphin with a fish, don't you?
Yes.
Those people are trained by a thing called paychecks. So they don't leave that security of a paycheck, so they're dolphin mentalities. Because if the boss say stay late, they're going to stay late. If the boss say come on the weekend, they're going to come on the weekend because they got that paycheck they depends on. They know every 2 weeks they got some money. In business, it don't work that way. In business, you may be lucky to get paid once a month, if then. So that dolphin mentality, I listen to them, but I really don't deal with too many of those people unless they're really sincere, and there's some things that we do that try to get them to that point. Then you got people we classify as whales. A whale is a creature that goes south for the winter and north for the summer. You go out to a certain part of the ocean, you can take a picture of the whale and swim with that whale, correct?
Yes.
Some people in business, their business never move to another level. They stay at that one level. And when the owner dies, the business dies. That's when the whale beats itself, the whale dies. When the owner dies, the whale dies. So their business dies. So they're whales. So we need some of those people too, because every business should be moved to another level. Then we have those people I call the octopus and octopi. I don't deal with those people at all. Let me say it again.
Because they got 8
I don't deal with those people at all. They come to you with
Okay.
a get-rich-quick scheme. One week they're selling prepaid legal. One week they're flipping houses. One week, I don't deal with those people because nothing has a plan. Everybody think they get rich, and they just. I don't deal with those people. But then you got those people we call the sharks. A shark is a creature that evolved over millions of years. It go after what it want. It don't care what's around it. It go after what it want. It devour what it want, get its fill, and move on. That's why the program on television is so popular called Shark Tank.
Yes.
When those billionaires see something they think they can make $1 on, they're
that's
going
right.
after it. They don't care who else is bidding. I want this company.
That's
I'm
right.
going to do it, and I'm going to feed it, and I'm going to nourish it and make some money. They're going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. Remember, Black Wall Street is about a win-win. What's winning for the community, what's winning for you, and what's winning for Black Wall Street. There's a thing in business it's called triangulation. Everything is built on 3 sides. That's why the pyramids have 3 sides. There's the wrong, there's the right, and there's the truth. So once you get the triangulation going in, you've got to build a business on a consistency of that nature. Our businesses have been built on the Pookie and Ray Ray mentality.
Pookie and Ray Ray?
Yes, Pookie and Ray Ray. That means that he said, she said, and ain't nothing true.
Okay.
My cousin can do taxes. No, your cousin cannot be a CPA. My uncle can do it. Your uncle ain't no lawyer. He sits in the tree every other week to get knowledge from what people are saying. No, we're not a Pookie and Ray Ray type of institution.
Okay.
Another thing is that we talk about reading books. People come to me all the time and say, Perry, I read this book about rich man, white man, rich man, poor man, what do they call it? I don't know.
Right.
Some man.
Mhm.
I said, you have to understand something. When these people write these books and become rich and wealthy, they're in a different environment. They have a different people around them. They are in a different classification of people. So if we talk about we're gonna follow their script, it ain't gonna work because we're not in that category.
No way.
I had the fortune, the pleasure, or the mispleasure of sitting with Donald Trump for 2 days at his home.
God bless
50
you.
of us.
Did you wash
I'ma
your
tell you
hands before you came in here? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you something. Donald Trump's a very shrewd businessman. He's a businessman.
Oh, yes.
And he had 50 people in his house. Let me tell you something. There was only 3 blacks in his house. We all had business cards. Okay? In that place for 2 days, he had a business summit. The 3 blacks, the only people who had business cards there. The other people didn't have business cards
So you need them.
because they knew everybody. They knew the phone number. They knew how to get in contact with. They knew their family members. They knew the products that they sold, how they could partner with each other. Donald Trump came to my table, and I was very, very, very happy he did. And you had to call him Mr. Trump. That's what he insisted on. You call him Mr. Trump. He said, Perry, your people don't know business. And he said, you think about this. First of all, your people always undercapitalize themselves. They never crunch the numbers. They never make their business solid financially.
Mm.
You go to the bank and you borrow $5,000 and you default on that $5,000, you got a problem, don't you?
You know it.
But if you go to the bank and borrow $5 million and you default on that $5 million, who got the problem now?
Mm.
The bank. Okay?
The
He said,
bank.
you never put yourself in a situation where you're going to be held responsible for something that they can do for themselves.
Wow.
The second thing he said is when your people start advancing and start making money, they start isolating themselves from the community. They start putting up barriers that they cannot get in contact with. You should be no more than 2 phone calls away to anyone you get in contact with to build your community and build your businesses. Think about it. When people start being successful, all of a sudden their phone numbers start changing. It's hard to get in touch with them.
Well,
Mr. Who? Who's
yes.
that calling? You know what I'm saying? So we've got to start changing our mindset.
Thank you.
One of the things Black Wall Street of Arizona is that people with us are accessible. We have a young man who serves on that advisory board. His name is Lutrell Osborne, Sr. Look him up. CNN did a 5-minute special on him. He was the first black CIA operative. He oversaw
He was the spook that sat by the door?
just about. That's what he said.
That's my man.
He oversaw 32 different spies in the United States agencies in 32 different countries. Black man.
And we want to say thank you really quick to Eric. Thank you
Make
so
sure you-
much for your
yeah.
question.
Eric, thank you. I'm
Go
sorry.
on your
Got any
website.
more?
Oh, website,
www.bws.org.
Say it again because he was talking.
No, we trying to thank Eric though.
Mm.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank
Though.
you,
He's
Eric.
still on the phone. Hopefully
I'm
not.
sorry.
www.bwsaz.org.
Did you tell Mr. Trump the only reason why his people know business is because they was giving land grants when he came over here while we were still in
No,
chains?
he left that part out.
Oh, 'cause I would have told him Trump, when you acting like y'all ain't getting no handout,
Thank
you
you.
and your daddy. But otherwise, man, this is great. Here, let's go ahead and get our membership on.
Well, oh, wow, this is such a deep conversation, but one way you can support Radio Phoenix is by becoming one of our sustaining members. For as little as $35 per year, members receive discounts, savings, and other benefits provided by our membership program partners. And don't forget, the membership fee is tax deductible. For more information or to sign up, call 480-829-5746 or just go online to radiophoenix.org and click on the support tab at the top and then become a member on the drop-down menu. We thank you in advance for your generous support of community radio. Yes, now that website again?
www.bwsaz.org.
This is so interesting because I always thought I was made for business, but I don't know.
Yeah, let me
Now
ask
since
you, which
said
one of
there's
those-
people-
Dolphins, sharks, octopi, or whales? Which one of those are the ones that's going to get in business and sell?
It's the Sharks.
The
The
sharks are going to
Yeah.
make sense. So they don't have an idea of passing their generational wealth down.
Yes, they do. Because one of the
Yeah.
things that we insist on at Black Wall Street, first of all, most small businesses going in without a SEP account.
Uh-huh.
You know what a SEP account is, right?
No.
It's a small business retirement plan.
Yeah.
You go in business, you got a retirement plan that's going to sustain you once you retire. I don't plan on going in business 20 years and come out of business and go be a greeter at Walmart. I plan to have my business work for me. Okay?
My
The SEP
financial advisor has some.
It's a SEP account. We also have various programs that we have created on Black Wall Street. We have our own travel agency.
Nice.
We have our own investment group. They invest in gold. Okay?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, we have our Power Economic Summits that we put on. The Power Economic Summits is designed to create that generational thinking, that new mindset. You know, like we have, like, you go to school to learn, right?
Yes.
We tell kids you don't go to school to learn. You go to school to learn how to learn.
I hope
Somebody
that
has
they-
to
I
teach
hope
you
that
the
they come to
concept.
learn.
No, somebody has to teach you the concept of learning before you learn.
Yeah.
So you go to school to learn how to learn.
Yeah.
But they don't do that.
They always tell you it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Mhm.
Black Wall Street said no. It's who knows you and likes you. You can know everybody in the world. They don't know
That's
you.
right.
You ain't getting nothing.
That's
You
right.
know,
Okay,
like
so
you.
we change the dynamics of thinking sometime in Black Wall Street. Am I correct, Rochelle?
Come on, Doc.
Okay.
Come on.
What's
Yeah,
the, what's the, we're going to get back in the last segment before we get to all of our event announcements. But I'd like to know, like, a little bit about the general age of the people who are involved in Wall Street. Is it young, older? Is it people who are like is it the millennials, or is it my generation X, or is it the
It's the whole
baby
spectrum,
boomers?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some people in their 20s going all the way up to 50s.
60s.
Well, 65, Perry.
Okay.
So
Well,
six-
see, well, see, I'm
Thanks,
trying to get
65.
my children into doing a business. Okay, so this is where I'm trying to start at with my teenagers.
We have a youth.
We have
We
a
have a
youth
youth edition.
section
Okay,
too.
good.
We'll get more right into that
That's right.
with Soul Star Live.
Yeah,
Right
Perry,
here. We'll take a break.
Rochelle here.
Yes.
We gotta make money, guys.
You've been smoking weed today.
If you had
Here
me know, you should have
Here,
named me.
this-
I hate being here and
No, baby, it's my Tai Chi. Hey, you know? Yes,
Told
it's
you
my
about
Tai
that slow
Chi.
moving stuff.
No, baby, this is energy.
Let's just say
Yes,
you're a little
indeed.
more fluid than normal.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me see
cool,
that.
cool. I like
Let me
that.
see that.
Yeah,
Doing
that's
that.
that
Perry got,
baby.
Perry got her pumped up.
Doing that Tai Chi.
Yeah. Plus being in the
You
board
do the
meeting
push
all
hand?
day.
Oh,
Yeah, no, baby, push
Push
yes,
hand.
push yes. Yes,
Yeah, I'll be
come on
taking
up.
y'all time.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
right, baby. So I had my Tai Chi today.
Come on, wait. You don't look like
So-
you
so
Yeah,
how long
man.
have you talked in this entire show? 2 minutes?
I know,
sorry.
you
I'm
gotta
fine
talk.
with that.
I'm sorry.
Girl, you gotta
I'm
talk
sorry.
to the women. Talk to the women.
I'm not a talker.
I know, but you gotta talk to the women.
I'm the brains behind the thing.
Talk
I'd,
to them.
I'd give it
Oh,
to
we
him.
gonna, no, we gonna talk.
Go
to
make
the
this
women.
happen, Perry.
We gonna
And
talk to
he,
the
you know.
women.
Well, we want you
We
to
got a
talk a
system.
little
Yeah,
bit.
don't worry,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'll
We got
get
a
it talking.
system.
Yeah, we got.
You
the
want to ask
system.
her some questions
Yeah,
about
yeah.
black
Please
women
do.
and
Please do.
what y'all need to be doing?
I don't know nothing about black women.
Also, we was talking about political, like Wall Street, young kids,
Mhm.
start young kids off to run for office and
Okay,
everything.
we got about
Okay,
30
okay.
seconds before we
Okay,
go.
gotcha.
What about black women? I don't know nothing
Yeah,
about
no.
black women.
And the veterans
We
part.
know that most of the
I mean, you are
businesses-
one.
Yeah, we know that most of the business
You
now are run by women, but
Especially white
mainly
women.
they're white women.
Yes.
Airbnb, the number one, you know,
Mhm.
hey. We need to talk to black women about
Okay, so
starting
do
a
you know what question you're gonna ask?
Yeah.
Because we gotta come back.
Okay, right. Talk to me about black women and their business.
I don't
Come
know
on,
what to
tell us.
say.
Is this the
Tell
first
the
segment?
black women.
Is deep?
They need to
I
get
I don't know
involved.
what to say.
They need to
All
get
right,
involved.
well,
Perry.
No,
Mhm.
you can do
No,
They don't
all
want
right,
to
stand by, stand by,
Okay,
stand
we
by.
got it. We got it. Hello, guys. This is Diva Diva back here with Soul Star Live and Kelvin. Okay, yes, we talking business today, and I need to know because I have my own little business here. I got a little LLC.
What you do?
You know, well, I'm healing racism through the arts. And
Uh-huh.
like I
Oh,
said, I'm
okay.
one of them little old folks, you know, that just retired and just said, forget it, let me go ahead and, you know, start something for my grandkids. So this is where I'm at. But I'm a black woman. I need to know, you know, we have a lot of, you know, business out there run by white women, all
You black?
years, you know.
I think we know that.
You just had
But
to take
how
it.
is, yeah, but you know, we need to start. I mean, we've been doing business all our life as black women, as far as jobs go, home, the community, neighborhood, church.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to start having our own businesses in our communities. So could you talk a little bit about how Wall Street, Black Wall Street brings in, you know, the female population? I know you're having a black man's gathering coming up.
We are
There's-
having a black
There is a
man's
black
summit.
man's gathering?
Yes, coming
Yes.
up.
My wife is
For
always
men
telling me
only.
that I need to do some
Well,
stuff
let me
with
tell
some
you
of
the
the
reason why we
brothers.
did that, because we as women, we hold conferences and stuff all the time.
Uh-huh. I
Empowerment
saw that.
conferences, they're
I've
all the
seen a
time,
few.
but very few that I've seen out here
Yes.
that are strictly for men, where men can come together and talk
That's
about
true.
men issues. So that was the thing that we came up with. That's
You
gonna be
said
on
this
June
out
10th.
loud, and my wife is out there listening. I'm probably gonna have to.
No, and
show
it was
up.
my
Yes.
idea to not have women there. Actually,
Yes.
I don't think we need to be involved in everything.
Guess I'll
Right,
be
right.
there.
So they
But
have.
Yeah, but as women, we do need to step up to the plate and get involved in the business
Yes.
arena, and you know,
Get your man involved.
get our
Yeah,
men involved.
yes.
Yeah.
Get 'em in
Historically,
classes.
though, women were a part of kind of the system of business and commerce before
Well, yeah.
imperial whites came over and did all sorts. And there's lots of record of women and men both in leadership positions, including in government and business and in the marketplace.
Well, we balance each other out. We need one another.
No doubt. So it's not that
There's
we
a-
don't,
Yeah.
we don't want the black woman there. We actually, I actually need my black woman next to me to help me count sometimes
Yeah,
because
I
I get
know that's
excited.
right. I need my husband,
I
honey.
get
I have
excited.
no
I
money.
be like,
That's
what?
right.
That's as simple I can make it. 'Cause-
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Abdullah, he keeps all the money. He
You
know
ain't gotta
down
put
to a
him on
dime.
first like that.
Hey, he know down to a dime. I got to. 'cause
Somebody
he
has to
listening. He's listening. But we have a lot of activities coming out of Black Wall Street
We do.
coming up, and it's just please make sure you give them the website again.
I got you right here. Let's go
Yeah.
with Diaspora Day, which I'm
Yes,
excited
indeed.
about.
I
Number
am
one,
excited
because
about
it
that.
makes me diaspora. That's what y'all was doing.
Diaspora.
Because that's one of the words that that's
Everybody says it.
Yeah,
different.
since we got to
Yeah.
deal with that
Yeah.
English language,
Yeah.
since we got to
Diaspora.
still be
Exactly.
enslaved
That's what I
with
know,
this
diaspora.
this King's English.
The King's
So
Mhm.
Diaspora Day is April 15th.
April 15th.
That's coming up.
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
thinking that's a good
Next
idea.
Saturday.
Next
Still
Saturday.
in School Park.
8 to 8, all ages are welcome. Showcase, celebrate, and connect culture throughout the African diaspora, hosted by Kimberly
Yes.
Yes.
Dragan.
Indeed.
Kimberly Dragan. I'm sorry, sister, if I messed up your name. I got you. Live DJ, food, entertainment vendors.
Mhm.
We're going to be at Steel Indian
Indian.
School Park.
Right.
That's 300 East Indian School Road, Phoenix, Arizona. For tickets and information, you need to contact blackwallstreetphoenix.org. Diaspora
Pay at the
Day.
gate.
Backslash
Pay at the gate.
You
Diaspora
can pay at
Day.
the gate, or you can get tickets on Eventbrite.
Okay.
If you purchase the Diaspora Day shirt, which I did wear here today, but people on the radio can't
Yeah,
really see
stand
it.
up. So yes, they can.
Facebook.
Oh, okay. So if you purchase your
Heard it.
shirt, and
Heard it.
shirts are $15 for adults, $10 for children, and wear it the day of the event, you get in free. So your
Okay,
your
gotcha.
ticket price will be waived with the wearing
yeah.
of your shirt. We're calling this like a African family reunion. We want everybody to come and show
love it.
unity by wearing our shirt. So
Love
this is our family reunion, Diaspora Day family reunion.
I'm excited. I
Yeah,
want to
come on
definitely
down.
show up.
And
on that
Radio
one there.
Phoenix, we will have a
April
booth there.
15th.
So you can
Sounds
come
like
on
some
down
fun.
and talk with.
And we have some other
Friends.
events. We do have some other events. We have National Poetry Celebration Month. It's going to be going on at Chandler Community Center. And this one is a free event. So make sure you come on out at Sunday, April 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Now this is what we was talking about. They said it's a $250 cash prize for a youth poet. 32 lines or
Okay,
less.
cool.
You walk away with $250 if you can make us feel good. with
Yes.
your
All right,
poem.
now.
So the
Mhm.
entry deadline is April 15th, so get it in early so you can make it to Diaspora Day and you're not
That's
still
right.
typing
Right.
with your deadline coming up.
Mhm.
Finalists will be notified via email on April 18th, and then finalists will be required to perform their poem at the annual National Poetry Month celebration in Chandler. Also, if you want to submit something, you need to submit it to hello@connectandheal.org by April 15th, 2015, 11:59 p.m. That's for those, I know that, that's for
Yes.
those students like me. Show up and throw it in there. I throw it in there at
Mhm.
11:58. I'm still trying to get my A. And also, one more event we have here. This is a wonderful one. You guys are telling me that Doc. This is
Yes.
Doc's
Mhm.
event.
Yes.
This is going to be International Day of Jazz, or International Jazz Day Foundation. And we heard that this is actually a national movement. So it's
Yes.
going to be going on all over the country to support
Mhm.
jazz for that day. So first annual Jazz at lunchtime, Wednesday, April 26th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, call 602-524-7998 or at jazzdayaz.com. And so what's Doc's role in this? Are we going to be at Doc's place?
No, I
No,
don't
this
think
is
it's a
downtown
doc.
at
He's
the
just the
Worthing at the
yeah. That's
stadium,
gonna be
state capitol.
Oh, okay, it's going to be at,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's at the
okay, so
state
it'll be at the
capitol,
state capitol.
700
Yeah.
Washington.
But
free
Doc had
event.
a place where we used to gather.
yeah. I don't think that's open anymore.
No, what Doc, what he's trying to do now is try to get a permanent location somewhere in Arizona that he can hold it every year. And the best thing about Doc's thing, his concept,
Yeah.
he wants to own it, not lease it.
There you
We
go.
don't own enough of our own.
Right.
So his whole thing now is looking for a place they can buy outright, set his own venue up, and He owns it.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Owns
Yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
Docs was what? What happened there previously? What was it? Jazz club, live place?
It was just
Music.
different places he traveled to, and he leases it. And
Oh,
sometimes,
nice.
you know how we start leasing and you
Right.
start making money, and other people look at the money you're making,
Yeah.
and they start raising the price where you cannot
Yes.
afford it, don't be beneficial to you to do,
Oh, man.
and then they steal the idea.
Oh,
So that kind of thing. So we got to be very in tune to those things and very careful because I'm sorry, I talk too much.
No.
You good, you
I was
good.
just gonna ask y'all if y'all know Dee Dee's place. Have y'all heard of Dee Dee's place?
Dee Dee's,
I
yeah.
haven't.
Dee
Mhm.
Dee did it.
Yeah,
It's,
Dee Dee did
yeah,
it. Yeah, it's another nice African spot.
Yeah.
You know that
Oh, okay.
you know that people need to know. It's over on the south side.
Yeah.
And I know that you know our group has been down there a couple times.
934 Southern. She has
Yeah,
live
mhm.
jazz.
Right, and
she
things
was-
like that.
and
Right.
Wonderful.
Dee Dee's spot.
Yeah,
Dee
Dee
Dee did it. It's
Dee
called
Dee
Dee Dee
did
did
it.
it at
Mhm.
934.
Oh, is it at a house, huh?
Yeah.
I've been there.
It's really nice.
Really
It's
nice
really
backyard
nice.
with the fire. Yeah,
See,
no, I have
that's
been there.
how
I
we
didn't know
do.
it was called that, but
Right,
I've been
Dee
there.
Dee's did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so this is how we try to get the word out. You know, go and check out, you know, the places and things like that.
When you said the address, I was like, no, I
Yeah.
didn't.
So
Yeah.
can you tell us about the sister that you need to support and there's a GoFundMe? Forgetting her name.
Oh, Stephanie Hunter.
Yeah.
Yes,
she fell
she's
ill.
better known in the community as African Headhunter Jules. Headhunter Africa.
That's it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she's very supportive in the community. She goes to all the events. She supports everybody and gives
She
when
has
she
some
can. She
really-
volunteers when she
Really
can.
nice artwork. I bought
Very nice
yesterday.
artwork.
Okay.
She sells dashiki. She
Yes.
sells handmade
Mhm.
jewelry.
Purses. I saw the
Yeah,
purses.
she
Okay,
does
okay.
a variety of things, and so there's a GoFundMe page. It's not my page, but
Okay.
she has a GoFundMe page set up
Okay.
to help her because she's gonna be out of work for a while and not being
Okay.
able to work just to help
And
her out with some finances.
Anyone knows that page, or just look for Stephanie
You can-
Hunter?
You know, you can find it on the Black Wall Street Facebook
Okay.
page because I have it
Black Wall
posted on
Street.
there.
All right.
Okay,
So I
good.
don't know the exact thing, but it's on our
So
Facebook
if you
page.
feel like supporting, any listeners feel like
Yeah,
supporting, that's just the
www. that.
Oh, www.B like boy, W like wall, A like alpha, or Africa. I mean,
He gave the wrong
wait,
address. y'all.
BWSAC.org.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
BWSAC.org.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
good. We feel good about supporting each other. man.
Yeah.
So
Just
can
say
I
one thing
want
about the
everybody to
women
please go and read our blogs. We put a lot of time into those
Okay.
blogs.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can find them on our website and on Tumblr.
And we're gonna link the blog
Yes,
on
please.
SoulStar, so you
And
if
give
you're
us
gonna
some
look for
feedback on
Soulstar
what you guys
Facebook
think. We
page.
want some dialogue to get started because we
Oh.
post some good questions on there. We want to know what people are
I'll
thinking.
make sure my
And-
spell check is correct,
yeah.
and I will
Okay.
give you some feedback.
Please.
And make sure you come to the Radio Phoenix booth at Diaspora Day. We
Yes.
will be recording live out there.
Really?
So we want to interview everybody who comes out there. So please stop by the Radio Phoenix booth at Diaspora
That's
Day.
not something y'all asking me to do, is it? No.
Yes.
I'm gonna be there. No, I'm gonna be there. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
get
gonna
my
be
shirt.
there.
I'm trying to get my shirt on.
Okay,
We'll
we're
get it
trying
back
to
up.
get a shirt.
We wanna
Okay,
say
got
thank you all so
One
much. You got one more.
one
But
Yeah,
I
35
just want to
seconds.
say, yeah, we got a division now. We just created called for the veterans. There's a lot of
Oh,
veterans that
yes.
don't know what's out there. Their benefits things. We got a veterans department now, division of Black Wall Street that is going great guys.
Okay,
That's
great. My
okay.
husband needs that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so
Mhm.
much for coming
Yes,
on the show.
indeed.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us.
Michelle.
Throw out that
DVD in the
website.
house. I'm Calvin Worthen. We got Soulstar Live at Soulstar Live 1 on Twitter. And we
Yes.
also have Facebook, Soulstar Live
And
Radio,
Mhm.
soulstarlive.com. Please check those out. I'm
Yes.
Calvin Worthen at Calvin J. Worthen on Twitter. Hit me up, tell me something. Have a great week.
DVD,
Bye,
you have
everybody.
fun. Be blessed.
Good night.
Mhm. Oh, that was great. That was great. And y'all could always go back and listen to it on the
And you
website.
behaved just now.
You ain't kidding. She was almost behaved. She was almost well behaved.
Yeah, talking
Almost.
too
It wasn't
much.
me. I wasn't talking to. I was sitting quiet.
Yeah.
Come on now. You got me hitting the high pitch. I'm like, oh man, what's going on?
Hey, come on, y'all. Bye, y'all. Cool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
So much.
Dee.
We'll
So
probably have you on again. We'll
Makes
probably be
sense.
doing it some
Yeah,
other time. I gotta get that music out of you, man. I gotta get that
There's so
music
much,
out of you.
there's so much stuff out there.
Yes, I do love blues.
Good,
Good,
good.
blues and soul music, whatever.
More information
Politics.
and identification are available